Welcome back to Eye on the Bay as we spend the evening at the movies. And we're not talking about movies at the multiplex. We've just told you about the revival of the drive-ins. Now, we head around the bay to step back in time to those beautiful classic movie houses that are still projecting.
You see photos of these places, and they were built to recreate the world that the moviegoers ordinarily only saw in the movies.
There once was a time when the movie theater was as much of the attraction as the movie itself. An era when San Francisco's Market Street was lit by marquees instead of lined with trees.
Once upon a time, everybody went to the movies. It was a pleasant experience, and for kids, it was a treat.
Times have changed since Jack Tillmany ran several Bay Area movie theaters in the 60s and 70s. Television, video rentals, the internet, and the rise of multiplexes have all contributed to the demise of classic movie theaters.
Does it just break your heart, though, when you see theater after theater shut down, closing, boarded up?
Well, I'm used to it. I've been seeing it for 50 years.
From the 1920s to the 50s, the Bay Area boasted hundreds of movie houses. The cream of the crop are featured in Jack's book, Theaters of San Francisco.
The Fox is the top of the heap, 4,500 seats. The Alhambra on Polk Street was beautiful. It's a gym now.
While some have been converted to fitness centers, others, like the Hyatt Cinema in Burlingame, sit boarded up. Then there are the survivors.
The East Bay, the Paramount, is supreme.
Built in 1931, the Paramount in Oakland is a National Historic Landmark, known for its Art Deco interior design.
You go there and nobody's looking ahead. They're all looking around at this Art Deco masterpiece.
Today it hosts the symphony, concerts, live theater, and it features Hollywood's timeless classics. Quiet during the summer, the theater is in full swing September through June. Just over a mile away, the Grand Lake Theater is another oldie but goodie.
It was built in 1926, and today it's one of the few theaters in the Bay Area where you'll find an organist who plays before the main shows.
Kevin King has been playing his Wurlitzer organ at the Grand Lake for 10 years. Inside the theater's beautifully restored main auditorium, moviegoers enjoy mainstream flicks. For independent or foreign films, the place to be is Oakland's oldest operating theater, the Piedmont. When it opened in 1917, the price of admission was just 10 cents. Fast forward 90 years, and an adult ticket now costs $9.50. In Marin County, San Rafael's Rafael Film Center is a revived and restored Art Deco work of art. When it debuted its first films in 1918, it was called Orpheus. Today, its 3 screens show indies and classics. In Palo Alto, the Stanford Theater has been going strong for almost 85 years, thanks in part to David Packard, son of the founder of Hewlett-Packard. The Stanford features a tremendous schedule of classics starring everyone from Fred Astaire to Judy Garland. It's here you'll also enjoy the sounds of the mighty Wurlitzer.
Well, this is a first for you, huh?
First time in the Victoria.
The Victoria in San Francisco's Mission District is the city's oldest operating theater, built in 1907.
So it survived all of its contemporaries that were bigger, better, grander. It started out as a vaudeville theater.
These days, the small venue offers live shows and independent films. The single-screen theater Jack recommends for an unforgettable movie-watching experience is San Francisco's cinematic crown jewel, the Castro. The Castro dates back to 1922. It's a hotspot for film festivals and independents. It houses the city's only regularly played theater organ. And like the other antique theaters, it's been restored and updated.
Now you get your comfy seats, your cup holders, so you don't want it 100% 1922. You wouldn't be able to deal with it.
Not even you?
No.
Really?
Not the seats, no.
So there may be something to be said for today's spacious modern movie theaters, but when it comes to stunning architecture, elegance, and opulence, nothing compares to yesterday's movie palaces.
Still to come, where you can go for dinner and a movie under one roof.